What's up, guys? The Snowman here. You know the drill by now. I'm back and ready to explain another football league. This time it's the J1 League in Japan. At this point, I've explained most of the other top soccer leagues in the world, like the Premier League, La Liga, and others, but all about Japan for right now. We'll go over things like what exactly the J1 League is, its history, the number of teams, the schedule, the format, and plenty more. The J1 League is an annual professional club football league in Japan that sits at the very top of the Japanese football league system. So this is the best domestic soccer league in Japan. It has a very similar setup to the English Premier League and most of the other top leagues across the globe. The J1 League around since its inception in 1992. Before that, Japan had the Japan Soccer League, which was only amateur clubs. In terms of the number of teams, the J1 League is a pretty standard 20 clubs that compete for the title from year to year. 20 teams in this league, but they do operate on a system of promotion and relegation, so these 20 clubs constantly changing from season to season. And this is a look at the Japanese Football League system. Relatively straightforward and easy to understand. They have three main professional divisions, appropriately named J1 League, J2, and J3. Below them is the amateur leagues such as the Japan Football League, and then several regional leagues below that. You can see here that the J1, J2, and J3 leagues all have 20 clubs each, but like I said a moment ago, those clubs ever shifting due to promotion and relegation. So how it works is that every year at the top in the J1 League, the three clubs that perform the worst are relegated or sent down to the J2 League for the following season. Likewise, the best three teams from the J2 League then are promoted or sent up to J1. We see the same thing between J2 and J3 with three clubs moving up and three more clubs going down. And then in J3, the bottom two clubs there get sent down to the Japan Football League with two more teams rising up to J3. All this to say the J1 League does sit at the peak of this pyramid, but the clubs are always shifting up and down. As far as the schedule goes, the J1 League had been quite different from the other top leagues in the world who play from August to May. J1 was on a schedule that ran in a single calendar year from February to December, so more similar to the MLS than, say, the Premier League or La Liga. However, as of 2026, the J1 League switching to the more common August to May calendar, with the majority of matches still being played on the weekend. On to the really important stuff now. The format of the J1 League actually very customary compared to other leagues in the world. So we mentioned we have our 20 clubs, and each season those 20 teams play in a double round-robin format. So each team plays the other 19 teams twice, once at home and once on the road for a total of 38 games each. And then for each match, a team is awarded 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. After every club has played their 38 games, we tally up all of the points, and the team with the most is the J1 League champion for that season. And there's more to play for than just the title, though. This is an example of the final table from the 2024 season. Vissel Kobe was the champion, but as you can see on the right, it's actually the top three clubs that qualify for the prestigious continental competition the following season in the AFC Champions League Elite. This is somewhat similar to in Europe, how they have the UEFA Champions League, if you're familiar with that. Basically, it's just a tournament where the best Asian clubs battle it out for continental supremacy. Also, the fourth place team here, Gamba Osaka, qualified for the Champions League 2. That's another side competition. And you also get more prize money depending on how high you finish on the table. And of course, at the bottom, our worst three clubs get relegated down to the J2 League. So you definitely want to avoid finishing in spots 18 through 20. There's a lot of money lost in leaving the J1 for the J2. The last thing to mention, we also have the Emperor's Cup, which is a single elimination knockout tournament that runs parallel throughout the year. It's different from the J1 League competition. However, J1 teams do compete in the Emperor's Cup along with J2, J3, and about 50 or so other amateur teams as well. Basically, this is Japan's major cup competition. Most nations have something similar where all of the major teams in the country compete. Again, single elimination until we're down to one final club. And tournaments like the Emperor's Cup are always exciting because they can produce some real David and Goliath moments with the best clubs being matched up against the tiny minnows, and anything can happen. Thanks a lot for watching. watching my J1 League Explained video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more soccer and football content, and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, any questions if you have them. Thanks a lot. Cheers.